And we wait patiently for the call from the flag stand, and there it is. Green flag is out and not going anywhere. AJ Roper seems to have wasted that front row start. He's fallen down to fourth. He's going to try and fight his way back up. Somebody almost losing control around the outside as we nearly go 4 wide, and I think we've made it through.
I think we were 4 wide on the exit. Michael Johnson, I believe, was one of the cars. That purple car stuck right in the middle of it all. Now they're single file through this S section. Who's going to keep their foot to the floor and use the slipstream along this Kemmel Straight? 3 wide already.
The wheels in the grass there for Johnson. Thankfully, is able to keep it from spinning out as they're going to send it into Lacombe. He's going to back out of it, although he nearly gets into the back of somebody as he dodges into the grass. I think that was Ian Roche that he nearly hit, and Heindel also had to escape into the off track.
This is the GT3s going through this turn 5 and 6 section for the first time. John Momeyer on the back. I can't report to you that I believe it was the number 5 car of Matt Steele that really didn't get going off of the green flag, but has recovered.
Another big moment for Dustin Heindel as he goes around the outside off of No Name Corner. Now they slide into Pouan, and there's more contact between Johnson and Roche. Once again, Johnson lifts to try and avoid a bigger accident.
Oh, looks like we've actually got a yellow flag on the racetrack. We've got 2 of our GT3 cars that have been turned around. I believe it was Larry Haas and John Momeyer, but I think we're going to stack it all up and get it restarted.
Short bit. Let's get one more look at Heindel. Look at how sideways he is. And he didn't even run into the car next to him, which is the other thing that I think is just a real wow factor of that catch. He's going to hold them, though. Now he is on the loud pedal as the green flag is out. He gets a pretty good jump behind them. AJ Roper makes up for his poor first start. He's going to try and go around the outside, 3 wide down into the La Source hairpin, and he runs into the side of Jack Duncan. Thankfully, nobody gets spun.
They were solid cars there. They just kind of bounced off one another, and now it's a little bit of side-by-side behind AJ Roper. I think that's Will Castillo going side-by-side, and Mark Rondeau. They finally are now single file. Dustin Heindel is going to have the run up the Kemmel straightaway, but it's not often you see 2 wide through Eau Rouge.
Wow. Everybody has got their elbows sharpened on this one. AJ Roper still battling wheel to wheel and unwilling to give up. Dylan Scott hangs tough for a brief moment before finally AJ Roper using up quite a bit of the currently paved runoff, at least in the sim. Oh, that was a mistake from Scott. Now, is he going to lose the position as he comes off of Pouan? Rondeau round the outside. Doesn't quite take it to the apex, but didn't need to. He's through.
And now the comeback comes. Rondeau is going to be able to hang on to it. And I think Dustin Heindel, remember, that was the car that was doing the rallycross moves on the start of the race. One of the more aggressive drivers. And he's looking for some clean air way out wide on the exit at turn 15. He's not going to find it there, but as long as you can time the slipstream right and have the top speed, going into the bus stop chicane is a good opportunity.
Now, I said I don't think that the incident limits will be an issue, but I've been seeing drivers really abuse that paved runoff significantly in a number of spots. In fact, just now, that was Mark Rondeau going a little too deep, and I think that probably would have racked another one up, as now he's got to deal with Heindel to what is going to be the inside down into La Source, but Heindel's going to have to outbrake him into the corner without running into the side of that orange machine, and he gets it done.
Yeah, he's able to put his foot down, and it's a nice exit as well, but once again, now Rondeau, the back end, the caboose is going to have the most powerful slipstream, the highest top end, but it does come down to that wing angle. Does he have enough speed to overtake the car in front of him? And it actually looks like that red, white, blue car of Dustin Heindel, very trimmed out. I'm looking 192 miles an hour. The car right in front, Dylan Scott, only 182.
Keeps it from going into the barriers, but definitely has now lost touch with the purple 9 car.
And I think that's just an example of Michael Johnson being focused, right? Not making the mistakes, and the cars behind struggling to try to keep up with them as this battle with Dustin Heindel. I mentioned how fast he is on the straightaway. Look at him using that top speed, pulling out. He's got the long way to go here. Can he outbrake him into the chicane? He's going to be on the left side, which is good here. No contact made between the two, but it's a drag race to turn 1.
and it shows you how much power is underneath these cars. Both of them just squirming, trying to get that throttle down. Still wheel to wheel into turn one once again. Looks like Scott will be able to hold back Dustin Heindel. Now he's going to get the toe.
I think that this is going to go in favor of Heindel here. I just think that the top speed difference between the two cars is going to be too much for Dylan Scott to really try to defend. So here we go on the straightaway. Heindel's going to move driver's left. Is the straightaway going to be long enough that he can physically out-drag him going into the brake zone? Who's going to be more brave? Heindel around the outside. Dylan Scott hanging tough on driver's right. Heindel gets the position.
Not taking no for an answer.
That was incredibly close. Chad Duncan definitely made side-to-side contact with our second place GT3 car, but you were just saying that Matt Steele had a big gap before the traffic came through. Well, it took it away and then it gave it back.
And we might want to replay of Dustin Heindel lapping those cars. He went four wheels in the grass at about 170 miles an hour up the Kimmel Straight, because they made a move he wasn't expecting, and he had to dodge at the last second. But again, didn't wreck the car, and he's still running in fifth, but I'm sure that was a scary moment. Now for Sagaralwan.
Nicely done. The number 82 of BJ Fulton will be your second place finisher, and AJ Roper, even though he falls down one, will stand.
Oh man, that was intense.
Good race, Tiger. Thank you.
I have like a heart rate monitor on this time, and it's definitely 30 BPM higher than the GT3.